we don't have to make changes. You know, the student goes into a host family and invariably they're happy. So yeah, those are two areas in which, you know, we do well. And the actual teaching, I mean, we know from feedback, of course, feedback, you know, I'm not entirely sure how true it all is, but from what we read, I mean, consistently, we get feedback which says, excellent teaching, excellent course content. So we're doing something right. I suppose, I mean, if you could draw a parallel maybe with hotels, you know. There are hotels out there which have, you know, 5 stars and 300 rooms and 10 restaurants and 5 swimming pools, and God, that's not us. You know, we're a boutique hotel. We're a design hotel. Small, individual, with things which people who are looking for something a little bit special, a little bit individual, where they get a little bit of attention, where they're not processed, where they're treated like human beings. That's what happens here. So if those are the kind of values, those are the kind of things you're interested in, this could be the place for your students. So I suppose I'll open it now to you and see if you've got any questions for me.
How many students do you have at any one time?
It varies hugely between July and August and the rest of the academic year. In July and August, in our summer school for young learners, we have about 120. But in our adult school here, which is our main centre, the most we've ever had is 73. Okay, that was the most we've ever had at one time. And during the time like, for example, January, February, March, we have about 25 at that time.
How many classrooms do you have?
We have 7 classrooms now. There's actually 8 classrooms, but we're using one for a different purpose at the moment. So there's 7 classrooms, but we're only using 4 at the moment. We have 3 classrooms of this size, here next door and one upstairs. And then 5 smaller rooms, which vary between kind of, 6 to 9 or 10 students are comfortable in it. Well, one with about 13. So, the rooms are different sizes and we can use them for different purposes. Our maximum class size is 15, but during, outside of July and August, we can never reach that. I mean, at the moment, classes are kind of 6 or 7. Outside of July and August, I would say, I don't actually say it because I'm very careful about giving a guarantee. But without the actual kind of legal sense of a guarantee, I could say there won't be more than 10 in a class outside of July and August.
What about the host? Where are the host family located?
We're quite lucky because we're kind of just in between the 2 main arteries to the city centre. So there's a kind of crescent around, I don't know if you know Dublin, but yeah. Kenilworth, Temple Oak, Rathfarnham, further out ones maybe in Knockline, these areas. And from both of these places, for all of these places rather, there's a dedicated bus corridor which comes in, and one bus leaves you at the top of the square here and one leaves you at the other side. Yeah, sure. So once you get off the bus, you've got maybe 3-minute walk. Now in actual fact, if you're energetic, you can walk from the host families
20 to 25 minutes.
Some 15 minutes and some 40 minutes. So about maybe 3 miles, that kind of distance. But most students just get the commuter ticket and then they just hop on the bus and they're in here. I mean, we were in the city centre beforehand and I had awful trouble because students were saying to me, Colin, 1 hour and 20 minutes, and in our brochure we said something like, 3/4 of an hour. Because if you're unlucky, if you hit, a bit of traffic at the wrong time. But the bus corridor finishes just here in Rathmines. So all the buses just come in directly, you know. So we eliminated all those problems.
Yeah.
That was great.
Right.
So yeah, the host families are in that kind of present, that kind of band. There's a few in other places, like we have a few in Cambridge, down near the KCR. But yeah, most of them are in there.
For example, if we have a group who want to stay with the host family near,
Yeah, that's no problem.
you can solve this problem.
Absolutely. We do, all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, you might have a group in, say, Bowden Park or
in
something like
advance,
that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
2 or 3 months in advance.
Yeah, even less.
Even less.
Even less. Unless you're talking about July and August.
Yeah.
In July and August, we're, you know, all the schools are fishing from the same pool.
Yeah.
And,
We know that, we know
you know, and sometimes, someplace, like, there might be a summer-only organisation.
Yeah.
And they'll come in and they'll see